Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being patient. I welcome all the participants. I hope you all are having a good evening. This is Surbhi Mehta, the International Client Servicing Manager from SmartMove Immigration. I just need to check whether all of you all can hear me and can see the presentation on your screens. If yes, please raise your hands. Oh, that's an amazing response. Thank you. Thank you so much. Perfect. So yes, I'm the International Client Servicing Manager from SmartMove Immigration, and I welcome all of you again. I appreciate you all taking the time and time out and joining us for the discussion today. Before we get started, I would like to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Hemang Laaheru. He is the Director of Global Mobility at SmartMove Immigration. He is indeed a super specialist in sole representative visas. He has successfully dealt with thousands of companies, assisted them in expanding their businesses in the UK. In fact, his work has been recognized on our website. You guys can have a look at our website, post the webinar. Our clients have lovely things to say about him. In fact, it's just not limited to the visa bit. He also assists with in-country support. So, hello, Mr. Hemang. Welcome.
Hi, hi, good evening, Surbhi.
Good evening. All right, perfect. So before we get started, I would like everybody to know that we've had more than 200 registrations and we have a lot of people viewing us live on Facebook. We'll be sharing the presentations with everybody post the webinar. So yes, look out for the presentation. All right, so before we get started, I would like to introduce the participants to SmartMove Immigration. As you can see on the screens, we have been established since 2009, offering global mobility solutions to the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and many other parts of the world to HNIs, corporates, entrepreneurs, and also we do also assist with family migration visas. We have been voted as the corporate immigration law firm and ranked in top 5 immigration law firms in India. We have also been recognized by Who's Who Legal for corporate and investor immigrations. We have been quoted in Pioneers for our amazing work. We've had more than 7,500 and counting consultations and had almost more than 3,000 successful applications over 10 years. We do have our clients from all over India, but not only India, but all over the world. That includes the Middle East, South Africa, Indonesia, USA, and Bangladesh. We have a perfect score when it comes to our Google ratings. As you can see on our screens, it's almost 4.9 and 4.7. All right, I see a few participants raising your hands. Could you please drop in your queries in the chat box? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, so some of our Indian clientele includes the House of Birla, Apollo Tires, High Radius Tech, PC Jewelers, the list goes on and on. You can have a look at that on your screen. Perfect. So what is it that I mean by assisting you in every step? So we do a pre-screening to understand the eligibility of our clients, and we try to understand which country fits in better for our clients, considering your family as well. After that, we review your documents which are required in order to file a successful application. We also help in in-country support, like I said initially. So be alone setting up the office, but we also help with VAT registrations, making investments, schooling advice for your children, and many more. And it's actually a complete hand-holding that we provide to our clients. And we have an extremely strong team of lawyers, a documentation team. Even their work has been recognized on our website. You guys can have a look at that post the webinar. All right, speaking about the discussion that we have for today, this is such an interesting category. It's such an attractive visa route where there's literally no investment or job creation criteria, and which is why there's a lot of interest in this route. We've actually changed the dynamics of a lot of small and medium-sized businesses in India by helping them through this route. So it's going to be an extremely interesting evening and discussion, which would be a life-changing opportunity for a lot of participants today. So all right, without any further delays, Mr. Hemang, over to you.
Right. So thank you very much for that, Survey, and life-changing opportunity. So no pressure at all then. Yeah. Um, right. Okay. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to this talk. I will be taking you through the details on this particular topic, which is the sole representative visa. And as Survey mentioned that it is one of those categories which is actually quite interesting because the way it has been structured, and a lot of times when we actually discuss this with clients, clients also are surprised to say that, oh, we never knew that such a route existed. All we thought was we had to put in a lot of money in order to start our business in the UK. So what we're going to do this evening is I will walk you through the requirements, give you a little bit of an overview about the different migration routes to the UK, particularly on the business migration side. And then we're going to spend a lot of time kind of looking at the sole representative visa in terms of, what are the definitions, or how is this category structured? What does it actually do, and how does it all work together? We'll also look at giving you an overview of the visa process, and share with you some details in terms of the industries that we have worked with over the last decade on this category, and it gives you a bit of an insight as well. You can continue to pop in your questions in the Q&A box, and we will be taking up all the questions towards the end of the session, and we will address all the queries. As Surbi mentioned, you'll also be getting a copy of this presentation at the end of it, and we'll also be having a copy of this recording made available. So it is something to kind of work with. So feel free to continue dropping your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll keep taking those up along. Just wanted to check, is the audio clear? So Surbi, can you hear me clearly? Or just use that as a lipstick? All right,
Yes.
great. Brilliant.
Yes.
Right. So we looked at this interesting, video to start the process, and at the start of this session, in terms of why UK is such an interesting destination, and what we see is this is backed up by statistics. So if we look at it, India is the second largest kind of source country for people entering the UK. In 2017, India sent across 840,000, almost 1 million people migrated to the UK across different categories. And as you're familiar that, UK is going through the Brexit, which is already formalized, and the separation will take place towards the end of the year. And with that, we see that the number for Poland is likely to come down. And that will take India to kind of the paramount position in terms of the source country. So clearly there's a lot of interest in terms of living and working in the UK, and it's not hard to see why, because UK is a strong and a stable economy. It is ranked second by the World Bank in a study that was done for 2020 for ease of doing business in Europe. It has advanced technology and commercialism hub. So, you get a lot of new patents and innovation happening from the UK. It has a healthcare system which is comparable to the best in the world. And as far as the education goes, again, it offers in world-class education. I mean, the higher secondary and the post-secondary destinations like Oxford, Cambridge, Manchester, they're all very popular. But even at the school level, there's a lot of interest. And the best part is, if you have kids in the age group of 5 to kind of 16, you could get free education in the UK. So they can enroll with schools and get free education in the UK. It has a personal tax rate of about 20%. And just like what we have here in India, it's a sliding scale that works through. The corporate tax rate has been coming down, and last year it was 19%. This year it's at 18%, and it is the sliding scale on there as well. We're all kind of feeling the impact of the pandemic around the world, and governments around the world are taking steps to help businesses in this regard. And UK has launched a £330 billion package to help businesses, small and medium-sized businesses in the UK and large corporations. And it includes things like, business rates, holidays. So you don't have to pay any business rates till the end of, till March of next year. It is offering cash grants of up to £25,000 to businesses. And it's also offering support loans at very, very low interest rate, which is even lower than what the normal rates are, in that scenario. UK is a home to 5.9 million small and medium-sized businesses. So that just goes to show, how easy it is for people to start a business, to register a company, and to actually trade in the UK. And just to share a statistic from an Indian perspective, there are 842 Indian companies. When we looked at the survey that was carried out, we generated about £48 billion in revenue in 2019. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. And this doesn't account for the small and medium-sized businesses, which are the chunk of the trade, which goes into the UK. So all in all, it presents a picture of an economy that is stable, that is solid, that has good rule of law. It's easier to enforce contracts in the UK, and it's easier to get going in terms of starting a business. In fact, a study that was done showed that it takes only about 4 days, including all the permissions and everything, to start a business in the UK, whereas the average in Europe was at about 12 to 14 days. So definitely something to kind of look forward to. Right. So it brings us to the next step, to have a look at what are the business migration options in the UK. So the main category, or one of the premium categories for business migration, is a tier 1 investor. The tier 1 investor requires an investment of about £2 million. So if you have the equivalent of about 18 crores lying around somewhere, then this is possibly a category for you. You can look at making an investment of £2 million in any company which is trading in the UK. And there is no English language requirement as well. So you don't have to go through taking a test or anything on those lines. But obviously the requirement is you need to have the equivalent of about 18 crores under your control if you're looking at making this application. For most of our clients where we have represented them successfully for the investor visas, what we do is we help them set up a company in the UK, and then this money gets invested in their own business, and it allows them to be in control of their monies. And that's an amazing route if you are part of a family office, or if you are a high net worth individual or an ultra high net worth individual, and you want to make any kind of investment in the UK. So that's the one for you then. The other category is a tier 2 sponsor license, and this is popularly known as a work permit route as well. So companies in India set up a branch or a subsidiary in the UK, and then they were able to shuttle people between the Indian company and the UK company. And it's not only necessary that you have to have business in India. You could be based in the Middle East, you could be based in the US, and you can apply for a sponsor license through your UK company. And we've successfully helped businesses based in India who don't have a person right now in the UK to make this transition and to get the ball rolling for them. So that's a possibility that you could look at. In 2019, UK launched the Innovator Visa to promote innovation and entrepreneurs who had innovative ideas to enter into the UK. We've seen a preferred kind of a bent towards tech-enabled businesses, but we've helped clients on the Innovator Visa over the last few months to get endorsements from the endorsing bodies and to make business plans and all the rest of it. And we've had very diverse businesses. We've had one company who's looking at using meat substitute products. We have another company which is into fashion, which is trying out new AR technology in fashion. So all kinds of things are possible with the Innovator Visa. And last but not the least, the focus for this evening, which is the sole representative visa. And this is kind of the key category for a lot of people because they may not have a tech enabled business. they may not have an idea which is, innovative by the Home Office standards, and they may not have or be willing to invest 18 crores at the outset. In such a scenario, the sole representative is possibly the best option for individuals to work with. So what are the kind of key highlights for the sole representative? Well, first off, the official name for this is representative of an overseas business visa. That's the official title of it. Under a sole representative visa, the sole representative can open up a new branch or a wholly owned subsidiary on behalf of the parent company, which is the overseas business. It presents an excellent opportunity to expand your business in both the UK and the Irish markets. We do say Ireland because UK and Ireland are part of the common travel area. So despite all the stuff around Brexit, it still opens up an opportunity to kind of work with. The best part about a sole representative visa is that you're allowed to bring in your family, so your spouse or civil partner, or if you are in a relationship, you could bring in your unmarried partner as well. And if you have any kids till the age of 18, they can all join you. And unlike the US, if your kids enter the UK below the age of 18, they do not age out of the process once they turn 18. So it's not a question that you have to figure out what do we do next. If they're in the UK and they entered the UK, even if they are 17 years old, they can continue to stay in the UK. And if they're there for a period of 5 years, they will become eligible for an indefinite leave to remain and get a British passport. So in that sense, it's quite lucrative to kind of ensure that the whole family gets in together. What it also does is it allows the dependents to work on a full-time basis, and there are no restrictions on that. So a dependent can potentially set up a company, or they could have a job, or they could do both of it together. So that's again a big plus, especially when you're looking at, say, a double income household. So you don't have to sacrifice one against the other, and there are no additional permissions that the dependents have to take. So like in the US, we need to apply for an employment authorization document. Once they have the EADs, then the dependents on certain categories are able to work or start a business. There is no separate requirement like that for the UK. And once you lived in the UK legally for a period of 5 years on a settlement category visa or on a sole representative visa, you become eligible for an indefinite leave to remain. Now, an indefinite leave to remain, or ILR, or permanent residence, it allows you the ability, it's as good as a citizenship. So for some people, they go to the stage where they apply for the indefinite leave to remain, and they don't take the next step towards naturalization because they want to keep their Indian passports. They have interests in India, which they would like to kind of cater to, and they want to retain that. But at the same time, they want to have the freedom to be able to go to the UK, come back, live, start a business, or continue their business. And ILR allows them to do all of that. For those who are seeking to go to the next level, they can naturalize as a British citizen in the 6th year. And if your family's been living with you, then everybody can naturalize as a British citizen. What you can do when you're on this visa, obviously, in addition to the job that you are allowed to do, and your dependents who can take in work and all the rest of it, you also become eligible for a mortgage. So you can buy properties, whether it's residential, commercial, whether it's land in the UK, and it allows you to kind of take that up as well in terms of making additional investments, and you can also invest in other companies or businesses. So overall, the sole representative visa gives you a lot of latitude to do a lot of stuff in the UK.